Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Tina Marie, and today we are joined by Chef Olivier Desaintmartin.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, from Caribou Cafe.
That's right.
And Zinc Restaurant.
That's correct.
Two of the very best French restaurants in Philadelphia, truly.
That's what I think too.
Yes. And today we are so fortunate to be in our very own Italian market, compliments of Rosa Foods. We're surrounded by pasta, olive oils, tomatoes, wonderful capers and breadcrumbs, just great product. Fourth generation Philadelphia company.
Is that
really
right?
family company that we've grown to love here on the Chef's Kitchen.
Well, we're going to start with a tomato tart, which is also called a Provencal tart. It's a lighter version of a pizza that you find often on the menus in Provence, which is a puff pastry rather than a regular bread dough.
Rather than pizza
and
crust
then a very intense tomato paste that we do with the Rosa product.
Good.
And then we finish it with fresh tomatoes. And we just bake it. So it's very simple, very...
Sounds like a nice light spring dish.
It's perfect to start a meal.
Good.
Yes.
Very good. And you also will be cooking an unusual fish. You can't really find at a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, this is my favorite fish for as long as I've been a chef. It's a skatefish.
Good.
Skatefish is all on my menus for about 25 years now. And I love skatefish. It's a very good fish, and we're going to prepare it very simply also with white beans and parsley, with a brown butter and capers, and that's it.
Excellent. Lots of learning today here at the Chef's Kitchen. Okay, so let's get started, Chef.
All right,
Where
so
do we
we're going to start to do the, like I was talking to you about before, the intense tomato paste.
Yes.
So what we're going to do first, we're going to take a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
And we can flavor that with either regular garlic, or we can, now they have those little cubes, a frozen cube.
Dureau.
Fresh garlic, Dureau, yeah. Dureau is very good.
Frozen herbs.
So if you want to put some basil and garlic in there, while I open the can of tomatoes, and while you do that, so you put that in the oil, and that will flavor the oil a little bit.
And look how these come out, these
it's
chopped
the
herbs.
most convenient thing. I mean, it's really good, and
they're already...
just like that. And it really tastes like a fresh garlic chop.
Well, it's flash frozen, and Dureau has control over the farms. They own the farms where these herbs are grown, and so they're extremely fresh. They last a long time in the freezer.
Right. So while this is cooking, what I'm doing, I'm straining those plum tomatoes, and I'm going to strain also a whole jar of red pepper.
Okay, roasted red peppers.
Right. And this will be melting down to about a quarter of this amount, just because we want this intensity of the
paste. A very
paste.
thick sauce,
right.
then, as opposed to a pizza sauce, which is certainly thinner and more liquidy. So these are the San Marzano tomatoes, which are really, look how fresh.
Yeah, you don't want to squeeze the juice out of it. You want to keep them this way. And
those
one in can are often better than the fresh one, because you know that fresh one now is so difficult to find. Okay, see what I do now also, because we're talking about now everything we're going to do today, it's going to be fresh, okay? So you see the color we have there, we have the red, we have the green of the thyme, and we have the flavor of the basil and the garlic, which is amazing. So this you can leave it alone now, and I'll show you what we do later with that. Everybody can find these pastry sheets in the market.
Available in every freezer. This is regular frozen puff pastry.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we just unfold it, and we're just going to cut it. See, like this.
Yes. And actually, this is very easy to work with.
Oh yeah. Those layout puff pastries are, I wish we would have that before. Before we had to roll it.
Make your own puff pastry.
So you cut around like this. So far you can do that, right?
Absolutely.
And we're just going to put it on a cookie pan, or what I have here, it's like a little pizza.
Almost like a pizza pan.
We're going to put this tomato paste that I did previously.
And so
this will become this.
Okay. So this is this cooked down. And about how long does it take to get to this?
Depending on the heat and everything, but it's about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And you'll see the tomato change a little bit color. They become more intense.
Thick.
Everything is mixed together, and there is no juice. The only juice you might find is a little bit of olive oil.
Okay. And so this is fresh tomato paste.
Oh, this is exactly what fresh tomato paste is.
And this is how we can make our own. Actually, this is exactly how we can make our own tomato paste.
Right.
So many recipes call for it.
Yeah, you can do.
Using Rosa,
and then you can
San
use that
Marzano.
for stew. You can use that for vegetable.
I would actually love this on a beautiful piece of French bread.
Oh yeah,
Just
like a bruschetta.
spread.
Yeah, and you do like a pizza, almost to the edge of the pastry. You don't want to go too far on the edge, because if you go on the edge, what's going to happen? It's going to leak out, and then
Okay.
it's going to seal the pastry on the side. We don't want to seal the pastry on the side.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. We now return to the Chef's Kitchen.
You go to the market,
Yes.
and you have to find the reddest plum tomatoes, okay? Not those green one or pale red one. You just want nice red one.
For the intense flavor?
Yeah, exactly. Because so many produce these days don't have time to ripe on a, in a field. So what's happening is that they come green at the store, and then 3 days later they're slightly pale, but they're not good.
They're not quite ready yet.
No.
So you have to be
exactly.
a good consumer.
So you do very thin slices, and you put them like a rosas, like this.
Okay.
You leave some spaces, because if not, it won't be cooking properly.
Okay. All
Right,
right. So essentially cover the whole surface with fresh
Right,
tomatoes.
just like a rosas, if you want to keep doing
yes,
that.
would love to.
And then we're going to put that in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, depending on your oven. All right, so now we're going to do the skate fish. So the skate is in a refrigerator, if you want to grab that.
Certainly will. This is a beautiful piece of skate, and you were telling me before the show, which was quite interesting, this is actually a very healthy fish.
This is the most healthy piece of fish that you can find in a store. There are more nutrients in the skate fish than any other fish on the market. And therefore, that's a problem, because we can't really, the shelf life is also very limited. Okay, it's maybe 24, 48 hours top. So that's
to
why you
use
don't
it
find it too much.
As soon as you get it, you really have to use it. And
Exactly.
that's
so
why you really don't find it on a lot of restaurant menus then, Chef?
That's right. Not
Okay.
on mine all the time.
You always feature skate. I've
look
had
at how
it
beautiful it
Caribou.
is.
It's a beautiful looking fish. It's actually artistic in the way it
Oh,
is.
it's and the meat is almost
Presents.
like the taste like a taste and feel like almost like a crab meat, because you see the membrane,
The ridges,
the
right.
ridges are just it's just delicious.
Good.
So what we're going to do for this skate fish, we're going to use white beans. We want to rinse them slightly, and we put that very simply in a pan with a little bit of butter.
There's so many uses for cannellini beans. I always have a few Rosa cans in my cupboard.
Those ones are still firm on the
can
outside
still see
and
here.
cook all the way inside,
They're
which
all
is
still firm, all still in its shape.
that's
which is
right.
another thing
And
to
that's
look
the key
for.
that's the key of the white beans.
Yeah.
And we're going to cook them a little bit in the pan until the browning, but not brown. Okay, right before there is just
So we have to be careful to look.
right.
Make sure
If
we're-
not, you dry them out, and that's not the idea. So we put the bean inside the,
Along with some butter.
of course, because I'm French.
Welcoming Len
Oh.
Foti from Rosa
going?
Foods. Nice to see you again, Len.
Hey, how are you?
Chef, really nice to see you as Chef is making some really interesting creations with your products.
Looks great.
What do you think?
Looks fabulous.
Have you ever tried skate?
No, I haven't. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, good. So this will be a new experience for
Yep.
you too.
Yeah.
Am I right about Rosa being the first company to bring in San Marzano tomatoes? I thought
Yes,
that
we
that
were.
was true.
My great grandfather brought them in the early 1900s. Nobody knew what they were,
Right.
and now it's a national phenomenon.
Wow, and you won an award for olive oil as
Yep.
well, correct?
We won an award in 1924 for our olive oil in Italy.
Wow, and he's coming out with dates 1924, 1900. This is just a testament to how long you have been in this country, or actually been in this country, in this city, and in the family. It's all
Yes,
in the family.
over 110 years.
Wow. So you are the fourth generation.
I'm fourth. My son will be fifth.
And you have a Len Jr.
Yep.
Or not actually Junior, a Len the fourth or the fifth.
Well, he's Leonardo.
Okay.
We skip names every generation.
I see.
So my dad was Giacomo, his dad was Leonardo, and then his grandfather, my dad's grandfather, was Giacomo.
Okay.
So it goes every other, but I have an older brother, Giacomo, so I got Leonardo.
Very interesting, the family tree of Rosa Foods. That's fantastic. Again, it's not just about tomatoes. You guys offer a huge line of pastas, olive oils, vinegars, breadcrumb,
Spices.
spices,
Pasta,
and
you name it.
you ship to people's homes as well, correct?
Yes, we ship all over the country.
And you have a great, on your website, you have a great inventory list of all the products that you offer, even some desserts and Italian cookies I noticed on there as well.
Sells all the
Great.
good ones.
Okay, excellent. Well, then you'll be joining us again for the tasting.
Yes, can't wait.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the chef's kitchen. We now return to the chef's kitchen.
So our catalini beans have cooked down and they look wonderful, actually.
Yeah,
they
see
look
the
almost
buttery.
milky.
Yeah, they're very, very. I just taste them. They're really, really tasty now.
Great.
Doesn't need salt at all. You know, just perfect. And just a little bit black pepper. And to finish it, we're going to put Italian parsley.
Excellent.
So the Italian parsley, most of the people use the Italian parsley as a garnish or as a, you know, as a finish in a plate.
As an afterthought.
That drives me nuts.
You said
parsley,
this.
yeah, Italian parsley is very, very good, very tasty, very good for your body also. Of course, it's the chlorophyll and it's green. And what I use it for, I use it almost like a vegetable. So I put a lot in my dishes and I cook it until it softens and it releases the nutrients from the parsley. We're going to pan-sear the skate.
And where do you get your seafood?
I use the same people for like 24 years now in Philadelphia, Samuel and Son.
Okay.
And
You're pleased with the
you know,
result?
yeah, if it's not broken, we don't fix it, right?
That's exactly right.
So you put a little flour because it's a white fish, no fat. So you just you want to make sure that you have a little dust
Something
of flour,
between,
yeah.
yeah.
But you see, just to hold everything together, just it doesn't stick to the pan.
And so you've just used a little flour, salt, and pepper
Right.
to season it.
And that's it. And that's a little bit of the idea of French food. You know, everything is simple, minimum ingredients, and make it taste good. That's it. So the other thing is, you want when you cook a piece of fish or a piece of meat, you don't
Yes.
want to play with it. You just want to brine it to have a different texture, different color, different taste, and then you flip it over and you serve it. More you play with it, less brining you're gonna have, less consistency you're gonna have. So you just people keep touching their pan and
Yes.
everything. That's not a good idea.
Is it a delicate fish? I mean, do we have to, when we do in fact flip it, do we have to be very careful not for it to fall apart?
No, because you won't be cooked this side, so it'll be still holding on by the fibers were still all on here.
Okay.
But you don't want to flip it until you have a little brown edge
edges.
on his side. Okay.
Okay, very good.
So we're going to take a plate like this because the other thing is if you overcook the skate, it's never really quite dry, but it can just fall apart and loses his body to it. But the skate, when you flip it over, you want to use the back of a spoon or a little tip of a knife, but not where the sharp side is, this side. And if you can go through the skate by a light pressure, it's cooked.
Okay.
Don't overcook any fish for that matter, but especially not the skate. See the branding starts on the outside
on
here.
the tips, yes.
I'm just gonna double check, but see it's not quite done.
No.
So we're going to, but it'll be done enough that we
Starting.
can finish the beans.
And so the beans are really
See how
come
much
together
parsley
nicely.
I put?
It's really a lot of parsley, a nice
know.
big bunch.
And now it's going to cook together again.
Okay.
Look at that. So if you serve it now, you didn't understand anything about cooking, so you have to cook it a little bit longer.
Yes.
And once, just like spinach, I mean,
Yes.
once everything is softer,
Yes.
it's better.
Oh, and also I
Plus
like
it's
how
prettier.
I like how you add it at the end. It retains its beautiful sharp
yeah.
green color, and it looks fresh.
Right. So now we don't want to cook it too much more.
Okay.
We're just going to
Just heating it through then.
right?
And so now we
Look how
flip.
pretty
And so
this
this
cake-
is what we're looking for before we flip the fish.
Right,
Just
yeah.
a really light brown color.
Yeah. All right. So when this is the stage, this is not cooked. See, you can put your finger in there. It's too firm.
Okay.
But a little bit in about 1 minute and a half, when you put your finger is going to go through And if you feel that little firmness in the middle, it's a little, you know, it make it sound more complicated than it is.
Yes.
I just don't want to overcook it. That's the point. So just about done. So what I was telling you, you can use your finger, or you can use the back of a spoon or something. But if you see, there is a little firm in the middle.
Yes.
But we're going to finish the sauce with the skate, and by the time we finish it, it'll be perfect.
Okay.
So in the meantime, what we can do with the white beans, is set them up in the middle of the plate.
Our parsleyed white beans.
Yeah, I just love that. It's very healthy too, and see those beans stay all together.
Yes.
They're not breaking apart. All right, so now we're going to open some capers.
And really simple preparation of everything that you've made today, Chef.
Right.
There's no complicated
No,
dishes or techniques or just all about the ingredients.
That's right. So what we're going to do, those capers, you don't need to rinse them. They're not too salty, and they have a
Okay.
nice little tangy taste to it.
These are Rosa capers.
So exactly. So what I do, I put them like this.
Adds a nice and
Right.
nice flavor. Do
And-
you even have to salt it after adding the capers?
No, you don't
Probably
have to.
not,
No, you don't
okay.
have to. So what you're going to do, the butter, the fresh butter I put at the end, it's not because it's sticking, it's just to finish the sauce.
Okay.
Okay, butter is good for you if it's used not too much.
If this is close to Meuniere sauce, isn't it?
That's exactly right, yeah. All right, so I'm going to leave some capers just like this on the top of the skate,
Yes.
which are plummy and tasty, and you know, with the little.
And I love how they get right into the ridges there.
Yeah.
So when you get a piece, it can taste
I didn't do that. It just happened to do it.
Take credit for it, Chef.
You see how perfect it is now?
Yes.
So
But
what
again,
we're going
you have
to
to
do?
be careful because it can.
Right.
There we go.
And now I'm
Beautiful.
going to fry the rest of the capers
Okay.
because it's a different texture again.
And,
And-
a little bit crispy, a little bit.
Exactly. And you see how much butter we have. We don't have too much butter. I mean,
Yes.
we use much butter on a bagel than,
Yes.
well, some people use cream
Isn't
cheese.
that the
but-
truth?
Right. But look at this.
So this is a slightly brown
Right.
butter with caper.
And this is it. I mean, this is very simple, tasty, and
Would you
healthy
consider
dish.
this French country cooking?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You go to France now, in any of the little Parisian bistro, you'll find Skatefish with capers.
And how fortunate we are in Philadelphia to be able to wander into one of your restaurants and get a
That's
dish like
right. So
this.
that's
The beauty
that's your
of it.
option.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the chef's kitchen. We now return to the chef's kitchen.
So now for our pizza.
Yeah, it should be cooked. Here you go. It's almost perfect. So the very important thing with the pizza, it's very
Yes.
hot. It's the bottom. Any pastry, the bottom has to be cooked, okay?
Okay.
If the bottom is not cooked, it's not
we
ready.
check underneath.
So see, it's
Ah,
perfectly
it's
cooked.
perfectly.
Okay.
Nice and brown, crispy.
So what we're going to do, we're going to put that away because it's very hot. So put it back in the oven.
And again, our fresh tomatoes have stayed perfectly intact.
Right, and
on
that's
top.
why you want them nice and red, because that's all you're gonna eat. There is no salt, no pepper, nothing.
Yes.
So what we're going to flavor it just at the end.
This looks like a little basil,
Exactly.
olive, or pesto maybe,
Yeah,
olive oil.
you just flavor it like this, a little pesto with. You put almonds. You don't put almonds. You put basil, garlic, olive oil, a little bit lemon juice.
This is a French Italian pizza, Chef.
See,
Right?
it's right from this Monaco. You know,
And-
we're so close from
Yeah, so very, very close, Monaco. And there is no cheese.
no cheese.
Okay, so anyone who
All
has
right.
any dairy issues too,
And
this
for
is perfect
finishing,
them.
we can put a nice little sprig of fresh basil, like this.
Oh, it smells wonderful. Voila, we are here and back Len Foti.
How's it
Welcome
going?
back here. Let's
Looks great.
everyone take a fork. Now this is going to be your first experience with skate, correct?
Yes.
All right, let me
Should
put
be
it from this side.
exciting. And here we go with our delicious, and what a stunning presentation.
Thank you.
Really. I mean, this is,
I'm gonna cut that while you guys start the skate
let's
if you
start
want.
with the skates, Len. What do you think what Chef has done with your products today, Chef?
Looks great.
Or Len?
It just shows that you don't need to just make Italian dishes with Italian food.
Absolutely. We're visiting the French countryside today, especially with this skate.
Oh, we're so close from each other. You know, we use the same product.
Cooked perfectly. And the parsley, the fresh parsley,
See, it becomes a
it's
vegetable.
the highlight of
yeah.
the dish actually. Really adds so much flavor to the skate.
And the capers, it's perfect. It
Perfect.
just pops.
Yeah, that's the balance. Every dish needs a balance, and if you have the sweetness of the beans and the skate is kind of sweet too, you need some kind of a lemon or vinegar or capers. It's perfect for that.
And again, starting out with wonderful products.
So it might be hot, huh?
From your company, Len, with the tomatoes. We learned how to make our very own tomato paste today,
That's right.
which is a great thing to learn, right?
Yes, it is.
And it's always good to have that in the fridge, as a backup for anything, for sauce.
Wow, that is exceptional.
It's hot, just so you know.
The hidden tidbit from this is that the crust is so very light.
Yes.
It's perfect for an appetizer or a spring, summer dish.
Oh, absolutely.
Very
yes,
light,
yeah.
extremely flavorful with that nice, rich tomato flavor, and excellent
So you
nod.
can make them a little bit smaller in portion size, more. And the combination of the tomato paste, which is very flavorful, and the fresh tomatoes on top. That's why we need a very good fresh tomato on top.
Yes.
It's perfect. I mean, it's a good combination.
Beautiful. A beautiful nod to the French countryside, using exceptional quality products from Rosa Foods in Philadelphia. Thank you both gentlemen, Olivier Desaintmartin, Len Fody from Rosa Foods. Thank you for joining us today in the Chef's
Thank
Kitchen.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. Flowers on the set provided by Nature's Gallery Florist. Distinctive floral arrangements with European flair. Founded in 1900, Rosa Foods has spanned 4 generations, importing the finest Italian products used by the top chefs and home cooks as well. As the first company to import San Marzano tomatoes, Rosa Olive Oil was awarded an international gold medal in Rome in 1924. Their products include calamari, baby clams, pasta, artichokes, peppers, and a variety of spices. View their vast offering of products at rosafoods.com, and they will ship any size order directly to your home. Rosa is the quality that you can taste.
I like to cook at the chef's kitchen because it's a stage for the chef to show exactly what cooking is all about. Not the no blah blah blah, just what you really do in a kitchen, the true sense of cooking and the true sense of flavor, and it's like a teaching class almost.